Smart 24, driving business.
Exactly, that is 9 minutes past 8. This is Smart Means a Business. Andrew Barry J here with Basi Katsime, and of course breaking down the topic in relation to the financial scams that are happening that is in the country, Uganda. But of course, before we proceed, the markets on the other platform are going to be operational in time from now, and be ready to participate with your mobile phones as just going to be dialing star 292 hash, which is simply the USSD code in that for you, that will enable you to buy government bond securities for a fee of just 15,000 Ugandan shillings. And now it's 8:15 a.m. as according to what I'm seeing here, just 5 minutes left for them to start being operational. The markets will be opening 8:15, and they will be expected to run up to 3:15 p.m. That is East African time, effective Monday up to Friday. Apart from the weekends or the public holidays, when these markets cannot be accessed. But of course, that's not the big deal here. At least you have the rest of the days to capitalize and make money. And something which I believe is quite important when it comes to your financial growth and development. And that's why Isabel clearly comes out and tells you that it's my money, it's my future. And Altex East Africa tells us that we gotta do something new for ourselves. Remember, it is the year 2023. But of course, as our culture, Smart Means Business, we inspire. And we know the young and vibrant entrepreneurs out there, you look up to so many aspects of life as you try to make ends meet in all aspects. You know, as watching somebody who said that, you know, I had all these aspects of how to get rich, and he said that I did meditation, I started something new, I woke up every day, you know those mental exercises, wake up early in the morning,
Yoga.
look at yourself in the mirror, no, and he said nothing was happening. And then he was saying, not until he realized the power of projection, that once you project right, I mean projection in terms of you get to realize who are you? What is the ideal self you want to be? What is that person that you really want to be? See it, live it, breathe it. Anyway, it was more of a spiritual principle. Because he said, I did everything people say, motivation, what, nothing worked. But anyway, I don't know whether you're that kind of person, but we are all different. We all have different paths that actually things make us. Personally, I feel that if you don't ever discover who you are, it's going to be harder for you to really be happy. All right, let's get inspired for now. Yes, of course, establish an employee engagement program.
I actually I believe it should be a good habit.
Yeah.
When you're an employer to actually engage with their employees, because some people actually know that only time you're called to someone's office is when what you've done wrong.
What have you done wrong?
What have you done wrong? So I wouldn't want it to reach that point of where when they call you to the office, you're either going home or you did something wrong. So
Reminds me back in the days in school.
yes, when they called you to office, either you're getting suspended or you did something wrong, or I don't know. So engage with your employees. There you could get to know, how they feel.
Exactly.
It is good to create that relationship. This is what Andrew likes. This is what this is where his best effort is.
His best effort. Actually, it also creates an avenue for you to understand very well. Their abilities. And once you know somebody's ability, it's better you amplify it rather than trying to put it down with some sort of a competition.
So
amplify it.
So this is actually a good strategy for end of year, So engage with your employees, ask them how they feel, ask them for some people that have taken it even so personal that they know the details, the family, the kids, and it is good. Because at the end of the day, I'll be like, you know what? Okay, we shouldn't put this familiarization of every time you're going at it. No. Keep it professional, but then if you're discussing it, the person know the level of discussion they're on to. So that Mercy has a bad temper. This is how I'm supposed to approach her when ABC has gone wrong.
Exactly.
So it's really key that you know your employees on a personal level.
Very interesting and amazing. It's exactly 16 minutes past 8, and that is it for our Inspiration Hour. Hope as an entrepreneur out there, this really adds up for you, and it could be something that you can actually run through for the rest of the year. Some people can actually see a quote and it can take them for a lifetime. Some people can take it for a month, some can take it for a week, depending on the period of time that you feel it really applies to you. But personally, I believe self-projection is the best way out there. It's like doing something for the sake of finishing it, and doing something with the mindset that, hey, and this thing I'm doing has to impact people, has to impact lives of people. The efforts I'm going to put in, the product, the mindset of somebody that is producing a product for the sake of producing it, and somebody producing a product for the sake of it, really having a solution with his heart in, of course the results are going to be different. And even when you use that product, you will feel the difference of that product. So, but why? How can we reach to that extent? Purpose. I believe the worst place you can be is a place without a purpose. The worst place a human being can ever be is when you don't know what life is about. Living for today. I don't care how much money you earn, brother, sister. The time is going to reach and it's going to be like you're fighting yourself in some sort of a way. That's why you see people are depressed, but they seem like they have it all. So, purpose is that a big factor. Well, now, as we head into our topic for today, business scams, there have been there has been a number of impacts to the Ugandans in there. Because when I take a look at, according to a 2021 report, that is by the Financial Intelligence Authority of Uganda, business scams actually cost the country's economy an estimated of about 2.5 trillion Ugandan shillings. Now that is about $700 million US. That is in 2020. This is a report for 2020 Financial Intelligence Authority. 2.5 trillion Ugandan shillings.
Wow, that's a lot of money that people are losing out. Imagine you're among those that have invested millions and billions of money. So at the end of the day, you're demoralized. You don't know the way forward. Now imagine Capital Kitchen actually 1.7 billion lost.
Yeah, actually, yeah. That was quite...
Just one company like this. So I'm just imagining those ones we do not know about.
Absolutely true. Maybe right now, let's take a look at some of the scams that have happened in Uganda. We're going to be taking a look at our presentation right there. And what impact have they been to the people like that? Now, of course, as you can see right there, now, some of the specific examples of business scams that are affecting Uganda's economy include the ones you're seeing in there. Pyramid schemes, which are that, as we see that these schemes promise high returns with little owner risk, but in reality, most investors lose money. Now, in 2021, like you can see there, the Financial Intelligence Authority of Uganda shut down 23 pyramid schemes, which had defrauded investors over 10 billion Ugandan shillings. Now, this is as of 2021.
2021, when they were in the COVID-19 lockdown and people had money, and they were like, you know what, let me invest and get more from what I invested. And the investment, the percentage they tell you at which you get the returns is high. It's unbelievable, but people go ahead and actually invest.
They go ahead and invest.
Because for some people, probably they have gotten testimonies of the people that have gotten some out of it. Yeah, and they're like, you know what? If Andrew has gotten one, let me just do it. Let me do it.
Okay. Now, we have pyramid schemes, Ponzi schemes. Now, the report, you can see below there, that is a Ponzi scheme 2020. Now, the Ponzi schemes work by paying existing investors they work by paying existing investors with money from new investors. Now, the schemes eventually collapse when there are not enough new investors to keep up with the payouts. Now, there is a famous one in 2020. That is a Ponzi scheme known as MMM Global. This was a Russian thing. Defrauded Ugandan investors over 100 billion.
Oh my God.
100 billion. That is 100 billion Ugandan shillings. But of course, it's not compared to 2.5 trillion. Now, this is 100 billion. That is equivalent to 30 million US dollars. That was of 2020. That is the MM Global. And this was the Russian aspect. This guy, they claimed that they were into charity. People were paying in money. By the way, let me tell you something. I don't care even if the entire world is part of this. But at some point in time, there is going to be a time when that agency lacks money.
Yeah, definitely.
They're going to lack money. Now, we also see that fake investment opportunities, scammers often target people who are looking for ways to make quick money. Get rich quick schemes. How to make $1,000 in 1 week. Some people go to the internet and type in, how do I make $1,000 in 1 week?
Invest.
Invest. Now, they may offer fake investment opportunities in gold, forex trading. The forex trading is still authentic. I trust forex trade, by the way. Okay. I believe in it. I don't doubt it. Yeah. Forex trading or other high-risk markets. Now, in 2021, still, the Financial Intelligence Authority of Uganda warned the public about a number of fake investment opportunities that were targeting actually Ugandans from that. And now we see that the impact of business scams on Uganda's economy is significant, as we see this can lead to job losses, as businesses that are defrauded may be forced to close down, and the scams can also discourage investment as business and individuals become wary of putting their money that is at risk. Now, in addition to the financial losses, we see that business scams have also had some sort of a social impact, as scammers often prey on vulnerable people, such as the elderly or the poor. Being broke is also not good. And now this can also lead to financial hardship and emotional distress for victims at the end of the day, And I know some people that have lost friends as a result of that. I know of somebody in my circles. There was a company that defrauded people some huge sums of money. And this person is actually had recruited people to be a part of this company. And once things didn't work out like the way he expected, he lost friends. And by that moment, once that company closes, trust me or not, the next few hours, you're going to hear people calling you, hey, Andrew, you put us into this, but the website is no longer operational. What is going on? Because they expect that me, who was the link to them, I know everything. What this guy decided to do was to switch off his numbers. He actually deactivated his numbers. Now he had to get a new number. Now, why reach all that extent? For sure. That is something to really look into. Now, the government of Uganda is taking steps, of course, to combat business scams, and the Financial Intelligence Authority has increased enforcement efforts. And they have launched quite a number of campaigns to educate the public about the scams. But, however, more needs to be done to protect Ugandans from these business scams, which are rising up every other day. Now it's called, in 2020, we still see a group of scammers defrauded over 100 people out of their life savings by promising them high returns on investment in fake gold mining scheme. In 2021, still, a group of scammers set up a fake investment company and defrauded 1,000 people, of their money. I mean, this is quite huge. Still applies last year. A group of scammers hacked into the bank accounts of several businesses, and they took millions of money. But of course, what I can say, these are just a few examples that we can actually note out. There are quite a number of business scams that are happening, but they go unreported as a result of that. So it's not about, I remember actually there was a betting company which still collapsed last year. It was some sort of, it was bet related or something. It collapsed. I've forgotten the name, but it had bet on it.
Yeah, it was, yeah, I remember.
You remember that? You remember that company?
Yes, I remember.
It was all over.
Oh my goodness.
It was bet something. That's something.
It was a betting company.
Yeah, it closed down. But online, all that stuff, investing, and But you see, that's the disadvantage of developing nations because. Marcy, I don't blame some of these people to some extent. You see,
we are desperate.
People are desperate, but not only that, a situation creates out for you whereby today we saw in the like the report we read here, unemployment among just the youth has doubled. What does that mean?
So imagine the desperation.
So imagine the desperation. If an opportunity comes and I'm thinking of getting money, I'm going to do it.
Getting more money of how I can even double the money I'm having.
I can double the money I'm having. Because how come that these schemes are actually in Africa? Because these people are going to tell you that, this company I'm working for is from, and they love Philippines very much. Philippines, Malaysia, those two nations. This is from China. Ask yourself, I think the only scam that really took in so many people, and which was global, was the Global thing.
Yeah, the Russian.
The Russian scam, the Global. So that one I can understand. But 90% of these business scam, of these Ponzi schemes, the pyramid schemes, they claim to come from Malaysia, China. But once you enter into the system, you get to realize that actually the biggest number of the participants are from Africa. And you ask yourself, why wouldn't the source of this project embrace it? Why are they bringing it in Africa? And surprisingly, the majority of these Ponzi schemes are formed up in West Africa, and they camouflage at so many. And it's not really good. It's really very bad. Millions of money have been lost. Of course, just maybe briefly, a 2021 report by the Financial Intelligence Authority, like we said, revealed that the economy lost an estimated of about 2.5 trillion Ugandan shillings. That is equivalent to $750 million in that is 2020. So we need to watch out, and this is an eye opener. Should be an eye opener rather to the policymakers, the stakeholders that are really responsible to put in place laws that can combat such acts. Well, that is it for now. Just to remind you that the markets on the Zaba platform, as I speak right now, they're in operation. Simply dial *292# which is the code that will avail you with an opportunity to buy bonds and securities for a fee of just 15,000 Ugandan shillings. Now at 8:15 a.m., that's when the markets open, and they will be running all the way to 3:15 p.m. East African time, Monday up to Friday, apart from the weekends, the public holidays, when those markets cannot be accessed. But of course, that's not the big deal. The rest of the day is available for you to participate. And regardless of whether you have a smartphone or you don't have a smartphone, you can still participate into these. The only link in there is *292# to get you there. And as I've made this a reality, and it tells you that, well, the year is 2023. We need to do things a little bit differently. That's why Zab tells you that it's my money, it's my future. And All Texas East Africa tells you that do something new. Well, at this point, we take another break and returning business and sports and entertainment. Stick around.